The next step is we're going to put a little bitty pin right through the front of our motor mount in our car body. We call it the stabilizer bar, and it's going to allow us to wind up our car tighter without this being loose and floppy. So what we want to do is we're going to take a small paper clip and our wire cutters, which are on our needle nose pliers, and we're going to cut just the ends off of our plier, or of our paper clip here. And we're just looking for a single bar. That stuff's junk. We're looking for a single bar here. We're going to end up poking this bar through both sides of the car body. To do that, you need to take a push pin, and you're going to very carefully poke a hole through the motor mount all the way through the car body and back out. Try not to fold or bend your car body in any way, because that will make it weaker. So I'm going to start with this side and just twist and push, twist and push. Take your time. If you go too fast, you're more likely to do something wrong. So take your time, push and twist, push and twist, push and twist gently. I'm almost through the full half of it anyway. Okay, I'm through half of it. Now I'm going to have to push it through the back side here. Okay, so I'm just going to keep pushing and twisting, pushing and twisting, pushing and twisting, pushing and twisting. You can see the point coming through. Let it go all the way through. Okay, I see the point coming through there. I don't know if you can on the camera, so I'm just going to take this and kind of work it in from the other way. Okay. Then make sure the holes stay lined up. Poke that through there. And I'm going to use the table, because this will poke my fingers if I'm not careful. I'm going to use the table. Push down on the table to have it come back through this other part of the hole. Uh-oh, line up, please. Get in there. There it is. Okay. There. That's my stabilizer bar. It's not straight, but it won't really matter. It's just to keep the top piece from being flimsy and wobbly. Okay. If you do this wrong and you don't put it on the front, let's say you choose to put it somewhere in the middle, and you're not careful and you end up with lots of bends on it. Come on, get in there. Okay. Boy, that's ugly. Okay. And then you take your stabilizer pin and poke it through. It's not going to do its job very well. You want the pin to be in the front to keep this from sliding down and around. If it's too far in the middle and towards the back, it won't do its job. Okay. Now, next, we're going to go ahead and cut out the wheels. Before we cut out the wheels, we have to draw the wheels. So that's where you take your protractor. Okay. We're going to make two large back wheels and two smaller front wheels, so it has more of a hot rod look to it. It's very important you remember before you draw your wheels that you mark where the center of the wheel is going to be. Okay. I'm going to make the back wheels 4.1 centimeters in radius, so I'm just measuring this to 4.1 centimeters, and you'll notice there's like a little X marks the spot dot in the middle of this round thing here. You're going to set that on the center of the wheel that you've marked. Put your finger on the clear spot in the middle, and you put your pencil in there, and then you're just going to spin it around. Spin it around until you make a wheel. Nice perfect circle. You need to do that again on this side for another back wheel. Exact same size.
Mr. Borgelli, please call extension 105.
Then you're going to adjust it, kind of push down on this right here. We're going to make the front wheels smaller. We want to make them 2.1. Also need to make sure you put a little dot for the start of these. Line it up to the center. Spin it around and make a perfect circle. Set it there, spin it around, make a perfect circle. Okay. Next, you're just going to cut these out. Again, make sure you have excellent quality. So far, this should be what your car looks like, very, very close and similar to this. If it doesn't, whatever part's wrong, go back and fix it. You're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut out your wheels along the black lines. Be careful with this. I've seen otherwise really good cars that don't work because when they're done, they've got egg-shaped wheels. I've seen stop sign-shaped wheels. I mean, if you want your car to roll, you want round wheels. So take your time, cut your wheels out as perfectly as you can. I've seen some students who, no matter how many times they try, they just have trouble cutting along lines and cutting out circles. I suggest you have a friend cut them out for you then. If you don't have a friend, make a friend. Hire it done. Offer someone a piece of gum or a pack of gum or whatever it takes to have them cut out your wheels if they're good at it. It's worth it at the end. You want your wheels to be as about perfect as you can get them. Okay. So that's our back wheel. Here's our front wheel. Take your time, cut them out as perfectly as you can. Okay, you want them as perfect as possible. In the video, I'll skip through this and just show you the end results, but since the camera's on my head right now, this works. Follow the lines. Nice and careful. You know what I didn't do? Follow the line right here. Last wheel. Okay. And that's garbage. When you're done, your wheels should just be perfect. I mean, they should, yeah, that's just perfect. Fabulous. Okay. If you do it wrong, let's say for example you forget to mark where the center is. I'll do my front wheels first here. If you forget to mark where the center is, it'll come back and bite you later on. Make them 4.1. Because your wheels, they'll be wobbly, funny looking. Okay. And I wish I was exaggerating, but I've seen people cut off their wheels like this. I've seen worse than that. Makes me wonder, why bother drawing a nice perfect circle if when you're done you got flat edges, you got flat tires, okay? You want your wheels to be nice and perfect. You don't want them to look like these ugly things here. Good, bad. If your wheels look anything like this, start over. It's worth it. Okay, next you're going to poke a hole using your push pin right in the center that you have marked of each wheel. You're going to poke 4 holes. Ow. Don't do that though. Poke the wheels, not your finger. You stupid. Okay. And if you didn't mark where the center of them is, chances are your wheels are going to really be messed up. But you're going to want to do that even on the wrong ones. I'm eyeballing where the center of these are, but it's really, really hard to be sure. Okay, well, I know that's way off. Come on. Here we go. Okay. We have our good wheels and we have our bad wheels. Let's put our bad wheels over here and our good wheels over here. And we don't need the push pin. Next, we are going to make the axles for the wheels. So you're going to take your straw and you need to measure off 3 pieces from this straw. You're going to cut off a 10 centimeter piece, a 5 centimeter piece, and when you're done you should have about a 7 centimeter piece left over. So, got a kind of a ruler on this thing. Measure off 10 centimeters. It doesn't have to be exact, but you want it to be, fairly close. There's a 10 centimeter piece. Cut off a 5 centimeter piece. And when you're done, you'll have about a 7 centimeter piece left over. Okay, 10, 7, 5 centimeters. You want to try to cut the edges straight off. You don't want them to be jagged or rough. If you do, you'll have too much friction, and that's a bad thing. Okay, so you have 3 straws. Next, you're going to take a large paper clip, and we're going to straighten this paper clip as straight as we possibly can. Okay, so to do that, it helps to think of it as like a pocket knife where you're pulling the blade out. So instead of untwisting the paper clip, you want to unfold the paper clip. And it helps to get it as straight as you can using just your fingers. There we go. About as straight as I can get it with my fingers. And then you're going to use the needle nose pliers to just finish straightening them out. Take your time and make these as straight as you can. If they're too bent, your wheels won't roll. If your wheels won't roll, your car won't go. Take your time on this part. Looks pretty good to me though. It's tough to make them perfect. That's pretty good. I don't know if you can see it on the black.